Hello Flosstubers, my name is Dawn Marie. Welcome to my first ever Flosstube video. This is also my first ever YouTube video. So this is going to be a journey. We'll see how much I can learn, see how I progress with time. Hopefully I'll learn how to edit because after about 20 takes, I think I need to learn how to use the edit button. I thought I'd start out with a little bit about my crafting journey. I started my crafting at such a young age, I don't even remember the first time I learned how to craft. My first craft was crocheting. My Nana taught me. I crocheted for many, many years. Probably in about high school is when I picked up cross-stitching. So you'd think I'd be an amazing cross-stitcher by now, but I only cross-stitched through high school and probably into my early 20s. In about my mid-20s, I got pregnant with twins, which for me, that meant bed rest. Bed rest way back then meant just regular TV, no Netflix, no YouTube, you had to watch what was on. And what I found was Alex Anderson's quilting. So after 6 months of watching that, gave birth to my twins, two beautiful healthy girls that are now in their 20s. So this was a long time ago. I spent many, many, many years quilting. I even taught some quilt classes in my time. After that, I decided I needed to learn how to knit. If you can cross stitch and you can quilt and you can crochet, that was my next on my bucket list. So I've been knitting for a couple of years. Sad fact, I am sensitive to wool. So I've made a few beautiful sweaters that I can't wear. So they're just kind of hanging out in my closet. Some days I look at them and think maybe I'll try today. I live in Maine, so we've got some cold weather. Those sweaters would be really great. I've tried layering, but I just can't do it. So I was watching a knitting video, Kate Litton of the Crazy Sock Lady, and she pulled out some cross stitching. And I thought, I haven't cross stitched in quite a while, and that was it. That's all it took. Bitten by the cross stitch bug again. So went out to Joann Fabrics, bought myself a cross stitch, came home and decided, hey, I need a bag. So I made myself a cute little project bag and started cross stitching. So that's just a brief description of my cross-stitch journey to now. So basically, I'm back at the beginning of cross-stitching. The things that are happening now did not happen back when I cross-stitched before. We did not have Pattern Keeper. We did not have YouTube. We did not have all these communities we have now. But the one thing we did have was local knitting stores, LNSs. I had 3 of them, all probably within a couple of miles of my house. This new cross-stitching journey, not so much. Can't find any of them. So all my cross stitching is via the internet. If there's anyone in the Maine area who knows of an LNS close to me in Maine, please comment below. Let me know where you shop. While I love shopping on the internet, it's not the same as just going in and looking and seeing what you can find. I've managed to accumulate quite a few projects anyways, which I will get into, but would love to find an LNS. I know with COVID right now, it's probably not the same. You got to make appointments. I'm willing to make an appointment to get into a store and actually get to look at the fabrics and the colors. I've spent some money that I didn't want to spend on fabrics that have come in and haven't been quite what I wanted. I think it would be so much fun if I could just go and see the things in person. So I thought I would start out with a finished object. I don't have any fully finished objects. I've only been cross-stitching again for a couple of months, but I do have one finished object to show. It's in my first project bag that I made. I have since changed it a few times to get the bags a little bit more to my liking. This was from the Fat Quarter Shop. She did it on National Cross Stitch Day, a little cross stitch along. Love how it turned out. I did change the colors from what she used. And I didn't take notes because back when I did this, I didn't think that a cross-stitch video was anywhere in my future. So that is my only finished object that I have to show. But look at how cute it is. I do need to cut the back off and put some fabric around it and get this hanging up. So hopefully by my next video, if I put this out here into Flosstube land, it'll give me the incentive to finish it. So the first project that I actually bought, getting back into the cross stitch bug, was a dimensions pattern. life is better in flip-flops. I am making this for a friend who doesn't think she should wear anything other than flip-flops. So hopefully when that's done, she'll love it. And here's where I am at right now. Oop. Maybe if I put something behind it. I guess I have to learn to have something to go behind these. Hopefully you can see it. So I need to finish the third flip-flops, do the back stitching, which is kind of what's slowing me down a little bit, is every time I think, oh, I should get some back stitching done, then I think, well, maybe I should work on something else. So I love the colors. This is definitely more in my wheelhouse of colors. I'm not really into the darks and antique looking colors. I like bright and cheerful. And then I have just a cute little matching needle book that I made to go with it, which again, I've improved on these as well. My next project I've been working on, I put in a Halloween bag. Even though it's not Halloween related, I've got to make some more bags, but I since opened an Etsy shop. And my Etsy shop is DMsCraftyVortex, which is also going to be the name of this YouTube. It's also my Instagram name, so DMs with an S, CraftyVortex. But I keep selling all the bags I make, so this one's gone in a Halloween bag. And this I am making for my best friend. I don't think she'll watch this video, so I think I'm pretty safe showing it. And this cute little interior fabric, little spiders. So I am making little things too. Friendship is not a big thing, it is many little things. So, oop, we got a glare. Sorry about that. And I do have this one in a hoop. And here is where I am on this. I love how it's coming. I'm having a lot of fun with all the different colors. My little stitch minder right here, the little, I don't know if you can see it again with the glare of the light, but there we go. That's from the Fat Quarter Shop. I hope to get some progress done on this week. And then a new and improved little needle book that I made. It has pockets in it, and I have pockets going both ways, kind of to secure things in when I put something there. So that was fun to make. The project that's been getting most of my time is my temperature tree from Stitchin' Mummy. I'm gonna hope to put links below if I can figure it out, no promises, but I'm definitely hoping to be able to do that. So this is the temperature tree by Stitchin' Mummy. For those of you who don't know what this is, every single leaf corresponds to a temperature, and then by the time the year is done, the leaves all represent your year of your weather. I did download our weather from AccuWeather. Oh, let's see again if we can get rid of the glare. So I've put the DMC flosses that contrast with the temperature, so I can just look at this and, oh, sorry, my cat's trying to eat my wires. And I am stitching this one in hand, and I probably should have ironed it. Again, things I'll learn for the next video. But here is my temperature tree. I love how this is coming out. Again, I'm sorry, it'll be ironed the next time. I'm up to May, that's what I'm working on right now, but I thought I'd get the rest of my branches in. I have July, August almost done, and then once all those branches are in, I can get caught up, and once I'm caught up, then I can just go week by week. So this has gotten pretty much most of my love these last few days. Isn't that so pretty? And that is being stitched on Touch of Blue, 14 count 8. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I tried putting them on, but then you get the reflection of my window out of my glasses. So this is the 8er that I'm using. I went online and immediately bought two more packages of this. Sorry, again, that's probably not going to get edited out. So I have 3 of these in this color, so for the next couple of years I'll have the same fabric so I can make sure it all matches. My little needle minder, it was just a button that I bought at Walmart and just glued a couple of magnets to the back of it. I do have a tree needle minder on order from Etsy. As soon as that comes in, I'll be able to change that over. Again, I'll put the link below if I can figure it out to where I got my needle minders. I bought a couple from them because once I started looking, I couldn't stop. So that's my temperature tree. I am hoping again to get that all caught up. I have a couple of projects I want to start as soon as I get this up to September. I think I'll probably just start one of them first, not sure which one yet. So that's it for all my work in progresses. I do tend to be a monogamous cross stitcher. All my crafts I tend to be monogamous on. My knitting, I like to just start to finish through. I'm going to start to try and branch out and work on a little bit of each, otherwise it's going to be a very boring video if all you see is just one. And I apologize, my cat has apparently moved my phone, so wasn't quite centered there. Again, not going to edit that out, I'm sorry. So one of the things that I want to start this week, if I get my temperature tree up to date, is the bride. And that's a lavender and lace design. I tried starting it on linen. I am a lot older than I used to be the last time I cross-stitched. I took about 3 stitches out of it, realized I couldn't see what I was doing, put it away, watched some YouTube videos, some Flosstube videos, bought myself a halo light with a magnifier, took about 4 more stitches when that came in, put it away again. I went on and bought myself some more fabric. Linen's probably not in the future for me. I might give it a try again after I get back into cross stitching and maybe my eyes will adjust, but for right now I want to enjoy this. I am getting married in November, so I thought it would be so much fun to stitch up a bride for myself. I did make this once, again back in my 20s for another friend, so hopefully I'll have one hanging on my wall soon. So that is a potential start for this week. The other potential start for this week, again, this is one of my bags I made. Isn't that pretty? And I did my temperature tree. I bought some tree fabric from the Fat Quarter Shop and had to make a tree bag to put my temperature tree because I figured this project's going to be going for years because I want to do one every year, so I figured it was worthy of special tree fabric. So my other potential start for this week is Pandemic from Long Dog. So I did buy the patent before I knew better, and then I did reinvest and I bought it again as a digital download. I figured it was worth the money to buy it again to get it into Patent Keeper. Since I've been using Patent Keeper on my temperature tree, I am a true convert. I was a paper and highlighter person, but I am loving the Patent Keeper. So I do have 2 different color threads that I was choosing from, which I stitched up a sample, and you're going to hear the crinkles. This is going to be stitched on Ivory Fabric Flare Even Weave 36 count, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to distinguish between the 2 different colors. Hopefully it will. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm hoping this is focusing. I'm not sure if it's going to focus or not, but let's see if I can get me completely out of the picture. So these are two different sulkies that I was choosing from. I think I'm going to go with the bottom one. And then I'm going to save the top one for if I get some black fabric. I think the top one will show up so much better on black. Again, I don't think it's going to focus, so I'm sorry about that. So I am going to go with, we'll see if the colors on the label. Oh, I don't see a color listed, but this is the one I'm going to go with. And focus. And my mom called mid-video, so I guess I am going to have to learn how to edit and see if I can get this video all into one. So, pandemic. That's my second choice for a start this week. Not sure what I'm going to do. The bride, pandemic. What do you think I should do? Comment down below. Let me know what your vote is for. The bride or pandemic? I only think I have one start in me, so not quite sure which one it will be, but I'd love to get your feedback on which one you think I should do. See how much I can get done on it and show for next week. So now for hauls. I don't anticipate there being many hauls. I'm hoping not to buy too much stuff. With that being said, I've already bought more than I planned on buying, so maybe there is more hauls in my future than I think there is. The first one is from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's going to be a mystery stitch along starting October 1st. So I did get that. It came with this cute bag. Isn't that adorable? And this is the fabric they're using. It's 14 count Aida. Hazy gray is the color. I think that's a great Halloween color. You do have an option, I believe, of DMC or Weeks. I went with the Weeks colors. I just thought Halloween, the variegation, whatever this pattern is, because I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be, I think, 5 parts every Friday for 5 weeks. They're going to give us a new clue to cross stitch. I'm hoping to keep caught up on that. I think if I maintain these videos, it'll give me an incentive to stay up on the stitching, so that'll be October 1st. I do have that in this Halloween bag that I made. Got to keep one from my shop, as there was an oops, I didn't feel comfortable selling it. I don't know if you can tell, but my spiders are flying instead of floating down. So once I noticed that, really couldn't sell it. I do put handles on my bags because I have little command strips all around my room with little hangers, and then I just hang my projects so I can see them. So my bags and my cross-stitch whips are just as much my artwork as any other project. So that's going to be an October 1st start. Another haul was, again, Fat Quarter Shop. This is going to be a January sew-along. This one's not a mystery, but isn't that cute? Where I do sew and do other crafts. I thought this was going to be fun to put some sewing machines and fabric piles in along with cross stitching. On this one I did go with the DMC pack. I thought it was so pretty. I didn't think I needed to spend the extra money on the weeks. And then it also came with the vintage cloth. And this is 25 count Lugana. We'll see how I do on that. Hopefully by January I can progress beyond my Aida. I do love the looks of the smaller count fabrics. I just don't know how much my eyes like it. I did just invest in those funky little glasses that you put on. I couldn't use the halo light because I was bumping into it too much, but hopefully those glasses will work for me. And then my last haul. It's a definite what was I thinking. My fiance loves to golf, so I wanted to be able to start something for him. And I let him pick out a golf cross-stitch pattern. So he picked out Dreams of the Green. It is a full cover pattern. I've never done full coverage before. I think I'm gonna do this as a January 1st start. I got it from Everything Cross Stitch, so I did let them kit it up for me. That is a lot of colors. I do wrap on bobbins, so there's going to be a lot of wrapping on bobbins as well. Not sure about the fabric on it though. I think maybe for my first attempt at full coverage, I should probably go with gridded fabric. Does anybody use gridded fabric? I don't know if I should buy already gridded or if I should buy some fabric and attempt to grid it myself. Don't know how accurate I'll be. With that being said too, is the full coverage going to cover the grid lines? Is that something you worry about? Has anyone had an issue with the grids showing through? Let me know below what your feelings are on gridded fabric. If you've ever used it before, the pros, the cons. I'd love to know about it before I start. So that is all my hauls, my whips, my future projects. This is going to be a quick video. Thank you so much if you watched and if you stayed through to the end. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Happy crafting!